Welcome back to another episode of the Endless Road Podcast.
Yes, sir. We are on episode 69 today. How you doing, brother?
Good, man. Happy to be back. Another week.
Hey, I was about to say another Wednesday, but shit, it's Tuesday today, brother.
It is a little different, dude. We started this day off with a little more of an adventure at the beginning of it.
That's a fact.
Yeah, on a Tuesday. And yeah, we
Share a little bit of what we're doing
yeah,
a little before, a couple hours ago.
one of my friends, close friends, customer, schoolmates I went to school with, he was basically teaching us the ropes on boating because he's, nice enough to let us borrow his boat eventually. But he just wanted to take us out, show us, what it is, just so he feels comfortable also letting us borrow his boat. But yeah, basically what happened is we went out to Willard Bay, just here like 15 minutes, 10 minutes from the shop. And yeah, we kind of went through the whole process of boating, and we kind of went out there out in the water for what? We were out there for like 30 minutes, an hour?
Yeah.
Like actually in the water?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like you were saying, he was saying, I could see why people actually do this. Like, I can see why, honestly, boats, they sound cool, but I always like never thought like, I could see myself using it once a year, like, or maybe twice, but I can see now why you would just get the boat and just go like on an afternoon. Like if you have evenings off to yourself and just to go kick it in the water with some friends or.
Yeah. What I kind of liked and realized about it, like, and I think we talked about it before too, where we've both been on boats, but it's been a long time. But
you were kids,
yeah. But this kind of made it feel more like, let's say you do go with your homies or your family or whatever. It kind of feels like when you're just chilling in the water, that you kind of like almost like chilling in the living room talking almost. I don't know how to explain that.
It's like,
it's kind of just, you're just vibing on that shit, bro.
Cool vibe, yeah.
You got music, or coolers, shit, all kinds of shit.
It's pretty peaceful out there too. Like there wasn't much going on, like crazy boats ripping by, jet skis. Like it was just because when we've done it, we've gone to Bear Lake, and Bear Lake packed full of people flying back and forth with boats, jet skis. Like if you're out there, you're just ripping it the whole time on a jet ski or a boat. But this seems more just like a laid back, chill vibe. So
no, yeah, I enjoyed it. I know each kind of went for training, but yeah, definitely learned a lot, honestly. And
yeah, I mean, honestly, I've always been like nervous to even do something like that, more for the backing up of a truck, of a trailer. I don't have any experience backing up a trailer with a truck.
You killed that shit, the fuck?
Yeah, but after he gave me a little tip, and it's weird.
Give him the tip, bro. Okay, so you have a trailer. Don't be like, how me and my dad used to be, back in the day on Monroe, which you brought up earlier as well. I guess I'll just tell that real quick. So basically back in the day, we would, fill up the trailer with, all kinds of shit, grass bags, branches, shit, you name it, bro. You could put whatever the fuck on those trailers, right?
Yeah, and the trailer was basically one of those trailers that like they take the bed of a truck. Is that what it was? Or no, it wasn't even that.
No, it was just, it was like a $500 one. It was not no expensive.
It was a man-made, like homemade trailer, you would say,
type shit. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what the other ones look like, but I guess it's a cheap trailer. It was no crazy shit. But essentially, my dad didn't know how to really back it up. Plus, those are really small and I guess one axle, so it's harder for them to necessarily, I guess you could say, reverse back up into the driveway. So yeah, my dad, would try quite a bit, but he would get anxious because we lived on basically a busy street. Shit ton of traffic, bro. Shit ton of traffic. Even to this day, when I'm back, because I'm still around there, I'm backing out and I'm like, fuck, like I can't even see, like when I'm backing out, it's kind of, I ain't gonna lie, kind of sucks, like living on a busy street. But yeah, it would get to a point where it's like, yo, this was like 5-6 times, like we're over this shit.
Yeah, because every time traffic would stop for you guys, and
yeah, it was a whole shit show, and it's like it wasn't going in. So yeah, we would basically, what would be the correct word for that? Like unlatch it, unhinge it, whatever the fuck it is,
unhitch it from the truck,
and then yeah, I would fucking grab that whole shit and just literally just carried it into like the back of the driveway, just straight up. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I never wanted to try as well because I was like, I'm definitely not gonna do better than that. But yeah, that's something. But Edgar, shit, he did really well.
Yeah, so I backed up trailers in the past. Like I've rented equipment for like to paint the shop, and just I think we rented a trailer to move some stuff at one point. And yeah, I mean, I've always just been used. I mean, I've had like time, and I'm not like in a rushed area, but either way, it's always a bitch. And I'm always just, and I was going off the mirrors. I would like be looking at a mirror on this side, see the trailer going one way, I would correct, and then doing the wrong way, and then counter correct, and yeah. And I always try like looking out the window, like sticking my head out the door or the window and kind of seeing what it's doing. But yeah, for some reason that didn't really coordinate too well. And my buddy was like, "Dude, just I promise, do this. Like you're gonna see, like just look over your shoulder, like basically like if you're like gonna back up, like put your hand, over the passenger seat and look completely back, and just look straight back and go backwards, and your hand will automatically like
Got it.
correct it." And it's weird because when you're driving a trailer, it's always the opposite. So like when you're backing it up, I should say, if you want to turn left, you actually turn right for it to go left, And but when you're looking right at the trailer backwards, like you don't even think of doing opposites. Thing. You just literally go like
according to what you're looking at.
I get you. It's a mind fuck. I don't know.
So okay, so yeah, let's break it down. So basically, if you are struggling with backing up a trailer or whatever the hell,
or if you get stuck in a spot where you got to back up.
Yeah, don't look at the rear view camera. Look directly behind you.
Yeah, if you're in a truck and you have visibility, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was a super good tip. I mean, obviously, at one point, you have to look at the mirror, especially if it's like a tight spot you have to go into. You have to make sure, your tires are within or you're not going to hit something on the side. But if it's just like a big empty space and you just got to back it up and get the idea. Yeah, that was a dope tip. Yeah, that made it super easy.
I'll have to remember that if I ever in that pickle.
Yeah, in case I ever am like, hey, let's go get the truck.
Yeah. No, but yeah, just kind of recap the whole boat thing. Yeah, it was just dope, cool. Haven't really, I guess you could say, gone and enjoyed it, like just strictly for the enjoyment, more like learning and learning. But I could just imagine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I could just imagine. So, yeah, I'll keep you updated on that.
Yeah, we'll be going out soon,
Type shit.
Yeah.
Awesome, brother. Well, I know we had a Q&A. This is Q&A usually.
Okay. Yeah.
But we only had one question. So you just trying to get it over with, brother?
Yeah, fuck, let's get into it.
Yeah, and then since this is really early on, probably people get to the end while we do the Q&A and they don't get to the point where, hey, man, you could submit a question. I feel like people do know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't even blame y'all. But basically, if you have any questions for us, Endless Growth Pod on Instagram, we'll be on there posting stories here and there. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, just shoot us a question or just wait for the story to come out every 2 weeks. And yeah, feel free to ask us a question. And with that being said, let's get to the question of the day.
Let's do it.
Alrighty, cool.
Who's our lucky person?
So yeah, the lucky person is Isabella.
Oh,
we appreciate you.
Thank you, Bella. She don't miss.
You heard me. So the question today is, what is your guilty pleasure?
Ooh, guilty pleasure.
You gotta have something, huh?
Well, would you say? I don't know, man.
It could be small, bro. Like whatever you want, bro. It could be like having cheesecake when I get home, like some straight up shit like that. Like for me specifically, shit, brother. I feel like guilty, but that's because it's a guilty pleasure where you might feel like, damn. I feel like I feel like for me, my ass like eating a little late sometimes, bro. I'm the type of dude to like 11, 12 roll in. Shit, I be snacking on shit, bro. Like I love popcorn, bro. That's really. I love going to the theater just to give me $2 of popcorn.
2 buckets.
Nah, I'm pretty sure I can finish one by myself though. That's kind of. I'm a fat fuck for shit like that.
Shit, that shit'll go right through me.
Type shit, So
yeah, get careful with the popcorn.
I feel like that's mine. Just eating late.
I mean, well, if that's the case, fuck, I eat hella late too. But I don't know. I didn't.
You know me snacking and shit though, like little chips and shit. Like, oh, it's midnight. I'm gonna go get me a bag of chips.
Bro, I get home from like work at 1 or 2, and I'm out there just eating a cereal. Just by myself there with the dogs. But I mean, that to me is normal now.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
If you're hungry, fuck it.
Yeah, but people say it's bad to eat like before you go to bed because it keeps you up or whatever. My body's just. It's beat, so like that's going to bed, like regardless. So
I'll go I get what I've heard about that is you're not supposed to eat or drink anything 2 hours before you go to sleep, and the reason is you're going to go to sleep, like the fuck.
Yeah.
But supposedly that your stomach is going to continue digesting the food while you're sleeping.
Still working.
Exactly. So like you're asleep, but your body isn't asleep. So it's harder for it to go into this deep cycle or some shit. So your quality of sleep is not as good. The quality is not as good, basically. So you feel a little bit more slumped and all that. But I don't think you even have a problem with that. Even normally.
Not too bad. I mean, I guess my thing would just be like candies. I mean, I'm really not a big candy person, but recently If there's like a bag of candy around,
Which bag? Well, which bag though? What's the bag?
any bag. If there's a bag laying around, I'll finish it. Like I can't just like have one or two, especially if I hit the
Yeah,
shop.
no, it's a
Like
fact.
so, I'll go buy some snacks. You know, sometimes you don't on Wednesdays we typically will buy some.
That's a fact. Always come back with some shit.
Yeah. And typically like the next day if we leave some, like fuck, I just end up killing it. Like,
Shout out, bro.
hey, someone's gotta eat it.
Yeah, for sure. If not, they're gonna go stale.
But
Garbage.
yeah, I mean, I wish I could just have one or two. Probably keep it a little more. I don't know, better for me sugar wise, but
Yeah, you're young, man. Just enjoy it right now.
enjoy while I can. But yeah, I guess that'd be mine.
Dub. So yeah, I think that's in terms of guilty pleasures that I
Mm.
can think of. Yeah, for sure. Oh, I have another one actually. So I love watching fishing videos, but I feel like I'm interested in going fishing, but I'm not down to do that shit by myself or go do it like even soon or anything like that. Like you have to have patience
I
for
feel
that
like you
shit.
like the wildlife part of it, probably.
Yeah, the YouTube videos. This is a dude on YouTube named A Fisherman's Life, and I've been watching him for like a couple years. Dude, I just be fucking just popping one of his videos in, and I feel like it's just dope to watch. You just and they on YouTube specifically, they have something called a cook and catch or catch and cook or some shit, probably backwards.
Yeah.
Literally catch the fish and they prep it in the same video.
Oh,
Those are
shit.
my favorite videos, I swear. Like it doesn't even have to be fishing. At that point, it could be hunting. It could be.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's another guilty pleasure. I just be watching, and again, maybe one day I'll go fishing or whatever. But I'd literally just sit back and I'm just like so fascinated by this shit.
I feel like a shit like that's always, I don't know. It's like good stuff to like learn and know about because you never know.
I'll be honest with you, I don't think I've learned probably too much shit. I just be watching
Oh, for real?
yeah, when he's be saying, "Oh, do this and this," I'm zoning out because I have no clue what he's talking about. I can't relate it to an actual experience, so I literally have no clue what they're talking about.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Well,
but you're right. If I would go fishing and then go back and then I'd probably learn a fuck ton.
but I feel like if, let's say, one day you get stranded out in the middle of nowhere, something happens. I feel like
I don't fuck, Papa. I'm dead.
you would know, like, oh, well, I could always fish and make my own food like right away. Like,
Nah, I'm dead, bro.
you wouldn't know how to do it. You probably eat the fish scales and everything, but
Nah, on some real shit though, if we were stuck in wilderness
yeah.
for like 3 months, no food whatsoever,
Uh-huh.
you think you can survive that?
Yeah.
How you gonna eat?
How am I going to eat? Let's say, for example, we're stuck here like in our woods. Let's say civilization's just shit. There's no one down here in the valley.
Yeah.
Probably first thing would be a fire.
Okay, that's the warmth part.
Yeah, and then you need a fire to cook some shit too. You're not gonna eat a raw whatever you catch.
But what we catching? How we catching it?
Well, first there's the fire. How are you gonna start the fire? You thought about that?
As long as we have a lighter, we're chilling. But if we don't have that, I'm probably still fucked, to be honest with you.
all right. But yeah, I mean, let's say I'm gonna catch a I don't know what's that there, a squirrel maybe? Not even a squirrel, a
But
little
that's the
rabbit.
thing. Whatever. How are we gonna catch it though? We don't even have guns
I don't think you need a gun.
to get a squirrel or a rabbit.
Yeah.
I feel like it's way hard, bro. How would you catch it then?
So I seen like videos back then. I don't know if it was fucking what's his name. I don't know if it was a dude that passed away but basically, when we're hiking and there's one person in front of you, and basically there's a branch hanging, and that person pushes the branches out. It doesn't tell you about it, just lets go, and that shit just swings back at you.
Yeah.
Basically, that's like a way of doing it. You basically kind of create like a slingshot with like something. You have to find a branch that's not gonna just snap. It's gonna have some kind of flexibility, and basically create like a slingshot, almost like a trap. So you would have to make some kind of string, rope. You gotta use your clothes to make kind of like a line where if something crosses, it has something just come and smacks it, whether it's this way or forward. But it's something you would have to obviously. I don't think it'd be the first night.
Nah.
You would have to figure out like. So, I feel like you have to probably play quiet for a while to figure out where animals are.
I'm dying, bro.
I'm dying. I just gave up. Yeah, I wouldn't give up though.
Have you not watched the movie? They actually made a remake on Netflix and it went viral. But I watched the old last one. It's about, I think they were Chilean or wherever the hell, from people from Chile.
Yeah.
Chile, for the Spanish speakers. Essentially, they were, going to a soccer tournament or coming back from one. So it's a whole plane full of the soccer players. But bro, this shit like crash landed into the mountains where it's straight up snow.
Seen that, yeah.
Them motherfuckers didn't catch shit.
They start eating each other up.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, think about that. That's fucked through completely.
Yeah.
It's ice. It's an ice age. Like,
yeah, I think more than half the people died on there. So,
yeah.
and they didn't even want to do it because obviously that's kind kind of morally wrong, but what they ended up doing, well, I don't want to ruin the movie, but it was an actual thing that happened. But basically, let's just say there's a bit of cannibalism that they used for the calories so they could push themselves, to do an expedition, basically. But the point of kind of why I brought this in is you'll start to see, even in like the movie, like basically the longer you go without food, the more irritable you become, the weaker you get, and literally you start kind of going insane and turning on to your own people, if that makes sense. So that's even kind of like a reminder to myself where it's like, yeah, like maybe we're always judging other people or people back in the day where there was like a lot of battles and wars.
Yeah.
But we're kind of seeing that in a, I guess you could say, a point of view where everybody is like has a roof over their head, they have food, they have electricity. But imagine if everybody's hungry, bro. It's a shit show, bro.
Oh yeah, that's fucking a free for all.
Yeah, bro. It's gonna be, the world would be insane, bro.
Yeah. Well, that's what they always talk about. Like, honestly, if there was like a whole crazy like nuclear war, I mean, I'd almost want to be hit with the fucking first missile because I don't want to be around for that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be fucking crazy.
Or at least have a gun, so I could just off myself when I need to. Why have to put yourself through shit like that? But
yeah,
obviously we never lived through something like that, so we can't really say much of it. But you never know; it's right around the corner. It could be.
You never know, bro. That's why it's kind of good to know, because I feel like a lot of people, if some shit like that happens, might not know how the people are gonna react or start acting differently. But like if you're kind of aware, you can kind of start predicting shit a little bit. Like, yo, like this is gonna happen, or yeah, basically, if you're living a life of abundance, everything's kind of good. Like there could be peace, basically. But as soon as you remove that, yeah, shit could go a little haywire for sure. So
you gotta watch some Bear Grylls, man.
Yeah,
learn how to live in the wild, because that might be your only choice when it comes to something like that. You literally gotta move into the mountains and.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we could survive off bugs, but that sounds fucking nasty.
Nah, I feel like I don't know. Especially if it was like, let's say you, me, and like someone else. I don't think.
For how long,
it'd be harder because obviously now you have to fucking feed 3 people.
I feel like the perfect person to go with us would be someone that knows how to hunt, knows how to like actually gut these things and skin them. Because I don't think either of us know how to do that shit. Plus, I feel like right now, like I do it if we have to, but I feel like right now, if I'm like, hey, bro, I just killed the deer, you want to help me like gut it and skin it? Maybe because I'm saying this, I'd be down now, but I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, I don't want to skin this shit. Like,
yeah, I think when it comes down to it, and you have another option.
Oh yeah, when you're kind of just
yeah, right now, fuck no. Like
no, yeah. But if you're out here like starving and shit, you might eat that shit raw, bro.
Yeah, we'd be solid, bro.
Hopefully it never happens.
As long as we have a lighter and a knife, that's all you need.
One day, like for real, we should go on a backpacking trip. We get a big ass backpack full of shit.
We'll leave with no food.
Oh, that was fucked. Maybe at least just a week food, just in case. But
just in case, shit, we'll eat that shit on the way up.
If not, you're gonna eat me if I die, bro. Fuck.
Nah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Can't the human body go like a whole like month without eating?
Supposedly.
And like a week without water or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you have water, I think you're solid.
Yeah, I would assume so, but
obviously you'd probably lose a lot of strength and
you just be weak, bro. You'd be fogged too. You're starving. Your mental thing's not there.
Start seeing fucking paradises in the horizon and
just like the movies and shit, huh?
Yeah. Oh. Crazy shit, man. Stuff we don't think about, but it could be right around the corner.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And then I just remembered. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know that was a big crazy tangent, but we just answered. Our Q&A question. But
oh yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Bella, for that.
Yes.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, hopefully we can go on a backpacking trip one day and have some fun, bro. I feel like that's something I've always wanted to do. Ever since I was working at one of the factories. His name was Lonnie, actually. The homie Lonnie. Straight, just wilderness person, like just funny ass dude, worked nights and shit. And he would tell me all the times like he would go backpacking with a couple people. But I'm like, yo, this looks crazy, bro. He would literally just grab his shit, leave for like 4 days, and then come back. And I always thought that was so cool. Especially him. He was a little older as well.
Yeah. Yeah, my neighbor does that here.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he's been telling me, like, I went to this mountain over here, this, and that. He was gone for like 5 days up in the mountains. Came back.
That's crazy.
Down like in southern Utah too. He's been down there a few places, I guess, like away from Bryce, is that where I was
Yeah, yeah,
recently?
yeah.
I guess there's some place there. They call them basically they're cavities in rocks. I'm not sure what you'd call it, like almost like tunnels, you would say. They
Okay.
call them
Little crevices or something.
yeah. There's a name for it, I can't think of it, but you can like barely squeeze through them in a
Oh
way,
shit.
kind of like some yeah.
Claustrophobia would hit right there.
But he says there's a lot of that shit down there. That's pretty cool. And he went back hiking or what do you call it?
Oh, backpacking.
Backpacking. Yeah, out there
Yeah.
for like a week or whatever it was. Yeah, it seems pretty cool. Though I mean, if you have a car too, that makes it even cooler. I mean, because there's like those kind of experiences too, where you literally go into places that like now it's not just you walking through the whole fucking thing. Like your car has to make it through this shit,
That would be
or
way harder
or
because
you abandon ship and just keep
yeah,
walking.
yeah, I think you would have to. Or
I think
imagine a
it's
river. You hit a river. What the fuck you doing?
well, that's why you have like big ass trucks with snorkels and stuff.
Nah, it depends on the river, I guess. But if that
Yeah.
shit like 20 feet deep,
Nah, that's a lake. That's yeah. No, I know what you mean though.
or like a big mountain or something, or
Yeah.
you got to go on the other side of the rock.
Now that you're speaking of this, I'm not saying it's my guilty pleasure, but I've actually like back then I used to watch a lot of these like videos, and I think it was more when I was getting into my truck, like doing reviews and stuff, like on Raptors and stuff. I got into like this whole little rabbit hole of like people that use these trucks to actually do what they're meant for and like take them off roading and. But yeah, here in southern Utah, there's a lot of shit like that where these group of dudes are like three guys, and they all had like Tacomas and we had a Raptor and Bronco and shit, and they just go for like a month out in like just wilderness, just trails, I guess. And you might run into someone out there while you're doing this thing, but yeah, essentially you're driving your vehicle, putting it through these paces, going through crazy snow, rivers, all kinds of shit, starting your own fire. I mean, I think they would pack enough food for
For a few days, type shit.
yeah, but a lot of times like yeah, they would have to like I don't know, fish and do other things because I think fishing would probably be like the easiest way of food if you had like a fishing
Yeah, as long as you could catch
rod.
something for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
because obviously you're not gonna go hunt a whole deer and fucking
So
freeze it and
these,
refrigerate it and stuff
oh
like
no,
that.
no, no. Yeah, if you kill a big ass deer,
I think a fish
you
is like the only
can't
thing you can really like
just eat, salvage it a little
eat
bit, and dip.
little by little as you're going. As long as you're like going by a river the whole time.
I agree with that. So, what was the purpose of you watching these videos? Just to learn about the trucks, or
I just
what?
got in. Well, I started with the trucks, and people were like, "Oh yeah, these are great for this. Like this is what it can do." I was just more seeing like what it's capable of, and then I kind of fell into the rabbit hole of these guys that were
All
using this
about that. Huh?
about that, and then taking it above and beyond.
Got
Something that
it.
I would never do.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean these things are capable, man. I mean technically, like a car, it can go as deep as the air intake is on a car.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like on my truck, the air intake is about up here. So, and you can put a snorkel. If you put a snorkel, it's on the roof of the truck. So you can submerge your truck that deep, run.
But do you think the water would go in your truck or not?
Oh yeah, for sure you'll get in it. Yeah.
Oh, but like it would be like to your foot or something.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
get yeah.
Okay. But the actual engine and whatever's
Yeah.
good. That's fucking crazy.
So I mean, but I don't think you're going through rivers like that.
Nah.
I mean, at that point you're just that's if there's like a whole like a what do you call them? Like yeah, nuclear war or some shit and people would like scram
Yeah.
into the mountains and yeah, then you're coming across shit nobody else has ever come across. You
That's a
might
big
just
fact.
go off a cliff or some shit. But there's some crazy stuff, man.
Yeah, that reminds me. I was watching some type of reel or some shit, but basically it was like these Hispanic dudes in a razor,
Hmm.
and I think it was like four of them.
The water was
Bro, they were like, dude, I would freak out, dude.
yeah.
Dude, the
Imagine
water
you
up
just
to
like
here,
go
dude.
one little like dip. And
No,
then
I'm
it just
freaking out.
submerges you.
I'm freaking out.
Especially if they're strapped in.
Yeah, no, I would. Hell no. Yeah, shit like that is scary. Like maybe if we already been through here multiple times, we know like the level is up to here, then I'd be okay with that. But straight up like not knowing, hell no.
Yeah, that guy was like to the chin, like water. Barely
Everybody's
driving.
just like the flash is oh shit. Like everybody's just like oh
Yeah, that's nuts, man.
yeah, nah, not about that potentially. So
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd be down. We should put that shit on the calendar, man. I came across like a picture. I think it was on Facebook
Mhm.
where it was like I'm going blank. What are these? A road trip
okay,
through like all these national parks, and it starts like I mean, we're in Utah. We're kind of in the middle of this big circle. It's like a big ring, but I think the closest one would be like up in Colorado.
Mhm.
So basically, we would go west or east,
yeah.
east up, and then from there it goes to like Idaho, Wyoming. I mean, all through those national parks because it
Okay,
stops at every national park.
got
Like
you.
on this side, it's a big circle, all the way up to like Oregon, Washington. All that comes down the west coast. like all the way down to San Diego, and then through like lower Southern California, and then Texas, Arizona, and then ends at Moab, and then basically from Moab starts again. So, but I was like,
Damn.
damn, that'd be dope. But obviously, those are national parks, so obviously they're paved, and
Yeah.
but
That's
it
different.
just be cool just to kind of like, I guess, see new things. But it wouldn't really test you to what you're capable of. But even
Yeah.
that would probably take a good, I don't know, 2 weeks maybe to do that shit.
I feel like by the third day I might be just over it, like overstimulated, where it's like just so much shit where
I
I'm just like I'm kind of done with
I
this
think you
shit.
would have to make it like you would have to have like a month off of not doing shit. And you're like, I'm just gonna
That's
go,
some retirement shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or people that just do the travel life thing, where they
Oh,
literally
the van life.
the van life. Yeah, there's this guy that I was saying that I've heard that he goes to like concerts and stuff or raves and just sells buttons and like
Oh
shirts and
shit.
shit like that, and that's what funds him to keep going doing this exploring van life thing.
Damn.
And I'm like, all right,
Yeah, that's I don't know about that one. If that's I feel like if I'm gonna do that, I gotta have everything paid for, planned out. Yeah, that man's wildin', but I guess that's the life, you know.
yeah. There's a
That's
lot
the
of,
life.
unfortunately, I've met a lot of people that live that life. Just literally, that's all they know. It's just literally getting by, just little by little, and living and wherever they can find a spot to just sleep and a couch to lay on. But
Yeah.
that's the kind of people that can afford to do that stuff, I guess.
Yeah, that's so true, bro. I came across a not really a quote, but like an idea, and I want to know what your thoughts were on it.
I see.
It's kind of more like the in the self improvement space, but
Okay.
that self improvement, like your own self improvement,
Mm-hmm.
is an expression or it equates to like self love. Do you think
Mm.
that's true? What are your thoughts on that?
Self improvement is a self love.
Yeah, it's like a connection. Basically,
Yeah.
if the more you love yourself, the more you're gonna invest in yourself. Like more self improvement, essentially. Do you think there's a correlation? Do you?
Yeah. I'm thinking back to when, I was kind of going through a time where I was more of myself, I guess. I
Mhm.
feel like when you're in a relationship, it might be hard to find that part in you because you're not never really alone. But I feel like when you're alone, you definitely explore and you find parts of yourself that, like you said, yeah, you become to love yourself more, I guess, and
Mhm.
invest in yourself. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, essentially, that's kind of what I did. I mean, I'm not saying I did, but I could relate to it because I feel like everything I did, I was really enjoying it for myself and it was making me really happy. But
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, where are you going there with that? It
Well,
was
this is
just
just something I heard, but like I'm always been about self improvement, but I've never really considered like, oh, I'm doing this because I really love myself. I guess you could say. I'm not really too sure why. It's just kind of there, if
mm,
that makes sense. Maybe it was a little ego starting off where it's like, yo, I feel like I'm just maybe a little bit more better than these people, which doesn't even make sense. That's like a narcissistic kind of way of looking at
yeah,
things. But yeah, it's kind of like I've never really considered that. It's like, yo, I'm really working on myself because I have like respect myself, I love myself and all that. But sometimes I don't feel like that, but I'm still improving myself, if that makes sense.
yeah,
Even though like I might not necessarily accept and fully embrace myself just yet, I guess you could say.
yeah. I mean, I think you touched on it right there. I don't think everybody really ever realizes that until like they actually look back and reflect on it. But I mean, and it may not be a time right now that you can like go back and say like, oh yeah, that's literally what I've done. But I think just naturally in life, like that's what we all do without really thinking of it, I guess.
Yeah.
At least in the long run, because you're gonna probably look back down the road and be like, why did I do this for? Obviously, you did it to be. As of right now, you're probably just thinking of like, I just want something that I could just chill and make good money and not have to be worried about things. But down the road, you'd be like, you literally did that for yourself to get yourself into a better place, to be stress free, to be able to enjoy life, and all that kind of goes back to self love. Is
Yeah. I think we're onto something. So I think it's not directly like, oh, I love myself, so let me go and work on myself. It's more, let me work on myself, feel good, or get some type of, because usually when you're working hard, whether you're going to the gym,
yeah,
working on the business, getting
you see it growing. It's
you
just yeah.
growing, that's when you feel the love part.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's, oh, I love myself, so I'm gonna go and do this. I think it's maybe the other way. I'm gonna work on myself so I can love myself, maybe. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
and
saying?
people might have it misunderstood where they're thinking they have to like find this thing that's gonna make them happy, and it's not like that till it's after it's the
It's
fact.
after the fact. That's a
Yeah.
fact, bro. Because I remember I was talking to someone, and they literally, I was talking to them, bro, and I was like, "Yo, what's your goal? Like, what do you want?" They literally said, "I just want to be happy."
Mm.
And I was like, "Well, what the like?" At that point in my life, I did not know what to tell them. I'm like, "You
Yeah.
would just want to be, well, be happy." You know, you can't just tell somebody to do that.
Yeah.
But now it kind of makes sense a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, if you want to be happy, shit, do the things that you're not, willing to do right now. Improve
That's
yourself.
that's a tough one though, because when someone says, "Well," even if I was to tell you that, like, what do you want in life? Like, I just want to be happy.
That's crazy.
But that's I could be happy just working at McDonald's, or as long as I
Would
have
you
a.
though? That's a problem.
Well, that's the thing. The happiness is like a really touchy thing. Like, what's happiness to you? You know, everybody has different happiness.
I love that.
To me, happiness is being able to afford the things that I want in life. And
Is it though?
for me, yeah. If I can have like the things that I want,
So if you didn't have none of the things that you think you wanted, like the things you
if
have now that you wanted, you think you wouldn't be happy right now?
probably not. If I was driving my Honda Civic and I worked my ass off 16, 20 hours a day, slept 4 hours,
What if you just worked 8 though?
and then I
Just
was
keep it
like,
moderate. You worked 8, you had your afternoons off. You drive your Honda Civic though. You had your fam, your dogs.
and I was just,
I feel like you wouldn't probably, because I think you kind of answered it there, where happiness isn't one size fits all type of thing.
yeah.
It's kind of to that
No, I
person.
mean, the thing is, I think with me, I've always wanted more, and it may be a bad thing. Like I'm always, it's not that I compare myself, but I see somebody else with nice shit, and I'm
You
like, I want to have that
naturally.
nice shit. And out of me, I'm not gonna be like, well, it's not for me, man. I'm not built like them. I'm like, no, I'll go fucking I'll go out of my way to get to that point. That's always kind of been a part of me. I mean, I was working with my mom, cleaning, bathrooms and buildings with her when she was like had a little cleaning thing
Mhm.
since I was like what 12
Yeah, I do
around
remember
there,
that. You guys were
just
clean banks and little
just to make money to go
buildings.
buy me a ripstick or buy me a Fusion scooter. Like if I seen this shit on TV, I wanted it, And at that point, it's not like I was comparing myself to a kid, but I was seeing something on TV and like my parents were gonna buy me that shit. So it's like I had to go to my way. So I mean, out of me, I think like I said, for me, it's always been something that's in me. But some people don't even have that. Like maybe they didn't even have TV in front of them, to see what other things was. Like let's say someone from Alaska that's more raised the
It's
old school
hard
way
now.
where they fish, they do hard work. For them, I could see they just as long as they have a job that pays them, $2,000 a month, whatever that pays their bills, they're probably content. They have all this land, they have horses they could ride on. To them, that's happiness. But then when you get raised seeing this cool stuff and you're the one out of yourself that wants it, then that's hard. Because I mean, that's at least for me. I feel like
Well,
it's
I feel
touch.
like you just kind of made a connection, or maybe we might have just discovered why like everyone's depressed, bro.
Yeah,
You just told me that if we see other people that have things, that naturally makes us just want them because we don't have them
yeah,
themselves. Which means in an area or basically a time where we live now, that's all that's in front of us, bro.
it is.
It's
Yeah, social
literally
media. I mean, you just right.
ads,
You could
billboards.
be walking on the street and you'll see something cool drive by,
Yep.
or even just a car. Why don't I have a car?
Yeah.
I want that. Like, and yeah, and then people fucking get depressed because like, why can't I have that?
Why does he have a newer car than me?
Why can't I get like that job, or why can't I make more money? Yeah,
So it's all comparison.
it's literally that's what life is. Yeah, but then people like I was saying, like people who grew up in Alaska that are just way more humble and literally live off the land, and after generations, like they just been doing the same thing over and over. Those people are happy as hell, probably. It doesn't.
Got you.
You bring them into a world like here, and they're just like, I don't need a fucking TRX.
I agree
Like
with you on the
truck.
Alaska thing, but like back in the day, I'm pretty sure those fuckers have social media and they're probably in the same boats. They're
Nowadays,
probably seeing, hey, that fool has a bigger fisherman boat. What the fuck?
yeah,
So it's kind of fucked, bro.
yeah.
But okay, so we kind of, I guess, got to that point. So what
But
would be the way to be happy then? If we know that the way for happiness is wanting things that other people want, but necessarily, I feel like that's not, I don't know, not really permanent happiness. You know what I'm saying?
no, it's definitely not permanent. It's gonna get you that. I don't know. It's a weird thing, man. For me, I feel like yeah. For me, I feel like I can always say like I would do this, and that to be there, but at the same time, that's not for everyone. And plus, let's say I can do that the rest of my life, but there's gonna be a point where you gotta stop. You know,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not gonna
yeah,
be
yeah.
70 and be like, fuck, man, I still want that fucking
Oh, my
that
house too.
yacht,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
My house is 20,000 square feet. Why isn't that 30? Like,
Yeah. Why does
that,
Jane have to have
nah. At that
that?
point, no one's. I don't think you're ever gonna be
Like I
happy.
said, there is a stopping point, and there's more to this. It's not like how I'm just explaining it because I think I definitely have.
It's complex a little bit.
Honestly, I just feel like I'm in the wrong too, but that's just something that it's wired in me, and at least I figured out the solution to it, which is work your ass off and get what you want by working your ass off.
At least the effort's there. I feel like for you, it
For
might
me,
be I'm busting my ass off. I'm committing myself. The effort's there. If it happened, it happened. If it don't, it don't. And I'm maybe happy with both results, right? Because at
yeah,
least you tried and gave it your all, right?
yeah. But I definitely think I'm in the wrong. I don't think I'm. People should live the way I live by like living and comparing yourself to people in a way.
Yeah, everybody does that shit though.
Yeah,
Even me.
but I feel like honestly, there should be more to it that doesn't involve all that.
Yeah, materialistic shit. What would be like the drawing line then? Okay, let's say yes, we're young, so we'll learn eventually and all that, right?
Yeah.
But at what point it's like, all right, I got to a point of success.
Uh-huh. But this is
Because
I'm content with it.
yeah, but recently I feel like
I've
me and you got open to some crazy shit recently,
yeah.
and I think it might have fucked us up a little bit.
Honestly, me a little bit, but not a whole lot as much as you think. I think
No?
I know my content line.
Mm.
The longest honestly, I am content with where I live. I mean, maybe a little bigger house would be cool, right? But it's realistic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I could maybe, down the road if things go as my business is going and my effort's still here,
Yeah.
I could afford a little bit bigger house than that with maybe a little bit cooler shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that to me that's realistic to me, and I feel like I can achieve it, and I think that'd be a drawing line. I'm not someone that's gonna say like if I don't have, you know, this 20,000 square foot house in front of me, I am gonna be the most miserable fucker like living like
Yeah.
I've
I used
never
to feel like that.
I've never set that kind of crazy. I've always said realistic shit because I'm like, realistically, I know what I can make this business as of right now. Obviously, we never planned for. I don't know. I know what you mean though.
No, no, it's hard
That's
because this is my thing. You just said, yeah, like I like where I live right now. It's all cool and all. But
but
if I was realistic and could get some more, then I would might get into a bigger house. But
yeah.
then let's say you theoretically do reach that level, let's say by 30,
Mm-hmm.
you get the new house.
There's gonna be another one. That you don't want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's kind of my point. I'm like, how the fuck do we I'm not saying that's bad. We should always strive
Yeah.
for bigger and better, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't want you to be miserable chasing the next thing that will never get here, if that makes sense. Like you're always going to be on the chase
Mm-hmm.
and never be content.
I,
So there has to be a way we're content and at the same time still pursuing,
mm-hmm.
like I don't know, it's kind of
It's
fucked.
tough. Yeah.
But
I
that's kind of where I was going with that. I'm like, hey,
mean, compared to our parents, I mean, our parents,
dude, my mom's the most happiest person, bro.
yeah, my parents are happy, dude.
Holy shit.
They don't need much, but they live long enough, I think, now to realize. I think when maybe we weren't aware of this shit, when they were in their 30s and 40s,
Mm-hmm.
they're probably busting ass to get the bigger and better house. I mean, they moved from one house to the next house next door, just literally next door.
Yeah.
But it looked cooler. It was probably bigger.
Second 2 floors or whatever.
Yeah, they're probably the same thing. But there's something in life that we don't think we know yet that just happens to you. Where you're just like, oh, this is kind of
Life
it,
happens.
man. This is it. We got to be content the way it is, and maybe it's family. Maybe it's once we have kids.
Yeah.
We're just like, as long as my kids are happy, they're fed, I have a roof over our head, we have decent cars.
Yeah, quality time together.
That might be it. I mean, as of right now, we're just kind of fucking lost in the sauce. We're just kind of like,
I like that.
we're just going until we
We just kind of do
until we
it.
find that brick wall, just running through the forest. But
Just going through the malls one
I
by
don't know.
one, bro.
It is hard especially for someone, that you want to give advice to and you want to.
Okay, well let's break down the advice a little bit more because we said that happiness is not basically not a one size fits all. So if you were gonna if someone asked you, "Hey man, going through a hard time, I'm just trying to be happy," what would be like some good things you could at least like let them know?
I'd probably just be. I mean, I'd probably get to know them a little more, like see what obviously how old they are, what do they got going on in life, like what obstacles. Because I mean, obviously, if they're not happy, they probably have some shit going on. Whether it's they don't have family or they don't have. Typically, it's gonna be something they don't have something they want, which is keeping them from being happy. Because usually that's what it falls under, right? Happiness is when you don't have something you don't want.
I feel like there's something missing, or maybe even a perspective change a lot of the times. I
Because
feel
I don't
like,
think there's such thing as like the wealthy people that say they can have it all. Because we've always said like there's always something that they can't have, whether it's maybe they don't have their parents in their life anymore.
yeah.
So I mean, it always comes down to they don't have something that they want. That's what
Mhm.
happiness really is. I mean, I feel like
Yeah, and it could also be you might even be brainwashed to think that you're missing something, and just because you think that way, you're making yourself not happy as well.
hmm,
You know what I'm saying? Because if you brainwash yourself to say, "Damn, I need that materialistic thing," and you never get it, then
yeah, you're gonna be
shit, you're
miserable
gonna be
too.
shit out of luck.
Yeah, that's another thing too. But how would you not fall into that then?
That one, I feel like there has to be something bigger than us, if that makes sense.
'Cause let's say right now where we're at, we're obviously shooting for the moon. We want crazy shit. We've
Yeah.
been exposed to a bunch of crazy shit recently, like you were saying, and now we're just like, fuck, where's the fuck? Where do we draw the line now? But let's say right now we have to cut it off and we have to be content where we are. Like, how do
If that
we?
thing, I would try to detach myself from successes or whatever to like my own happiness. And what I would kind of cheat and go to people that I know are already happy
Mm,
and kind of get their perspective. So, for example, I'm just gonna piggyback what my mom says.
yeah,
It's like she literally her own thing, like the only thing she like really strives for is basically like the family. That's her thing. Like she doesn't mind, working, going after work, cleaning the house, cooking for everybody, and doing all that. Like traditional Hispanic type shit.
yeah,
And she's content, bro. Even like when we went in Louisiana, it was Mother's Day while we were out there,
yeah,
and she straight up said, "Yo, like that was amazing. Like this was like one of the best Mother's Day. We're all together,
yeah. I had
and
my whole family in my
yeah. So yeah, I feel like you're kind of right. It's something, bro. It's not just that. It's like being a part of something, like a group at least, because maybe not everyone has a family. That could
yeah,
be a
because
friend
you
group.
can't. I mean, the whole comparison thing, we can't fucking isolate yourself. You get
No, 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 no.
well, no matter. Let's say you delete your social media. Well, fuck, you're still driving. You're gonna see something cool on
Yep.
the road. Let's say you get rid of your car. You're fucking walking. You're gonna see somebody not walking on a fucking scooter. You get rid of your phone. Like there's no matter what, there's gonna be something we're gonna compare ourselves
Yeah.
to.
Even if you get the baddest car you want, you're gonna see someone in like better clothes than you, and now you're gonna want the clothes. It's like
Yeah.
what the fuck.
Or you got the biggest house. You don't know what the fuck to do with it.
But
There's
but yours doesn't have a helicopter pad on it that you've
yeah.
seen
There's
on the Discovery
so it's
Channel.
like it's impossible as far as that. I don't know. There's something there.
We gotta
The
figure out. But I don't think the answer is gonna be the
no,
same for
it's not a
everybody.
closed answer.
No, 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 no.
This thing's fucking open.
You have to. Another thing I could add on there is maybe learn about a little bit more about yourself. So for you kind of learned a little bit earlier that you obviously have a passion for vehicles, customization, basically shit like that. So you kind of already doing something that you enjoy kind of doing. Well, as if let's say we were in a position where we both hated our current day jobs,
Hmm.
then that might be a little different. We might feel different about life in a sense, a little bit. Be like, damn, man, this is kind of some bullshit. Like, the
Yeah.
fuck, like. But yeah, comparison will always be there, bro.
Yeah, I had someone tell me like, "What made you like? Why do you love it so much?" And I told them, "Well, it's not that I love it so much. I'm just really good at it, so it doesn't feel like it's something I have to be good at. Like, I'm just good at it, so I just do it every day, and it's natural to me. I enjoy it. It doesn't seem like a burden." But and
Okay.
then told me, and I told him, once you find that, like the whole way saying like, once you're good at something, or if you really enjoy your job, you'll never work a day of your life, like whatever
Yeah.
that thing goes.
Yeah.
But in reality, how do you find that? That's what they asked me. Like, how do you know like what you're gonna be good at? Or and I'm like, yeah, that's the other thing too. Like, I don't know where to go with that. I'm like, I don't know if I just nailed the nail on the head the first time, or I just made it. Be
You made it work.
yeah. I never know. Like what, and then made me second guess myself. I was like, well, fuck. What if there's actually something out there that I enjoy more? But I'm like, as of right now, I don't know nothing, but that's probably what everybody else out there in the world
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
is like. They're like, well, I don't know, like and it's hard to like just try new things because it's not. I mean, it's easier said than done. We always say like, find what you're good at, and obviously put all your.
The chips on there.
Yeah, but it's not like you can just try something and learn it right away. Everything takes so long to learn and master,
Takes. Yeah, you're right.
and until
Things
you
take time.
master it, then it's not even enjoyable sometimes the process.
Yeah, but I
It's
feel like there's maybe something out there that someone might enjoy the process of learning, because if you could figure that out, you could surpass a lot of other people that are doing it that are not enjoying it, because they're going to be like,
mm,
man, this is trash. I'm just going to give up.
yeah. I mean, well, I don't know. Think about our females. They're they went to school. I don't think they enjoyed school very much. I mean, it was always
Oh,
kind of,
school itself, nah, that shit was trash.
but
But
that
they knew they had to do that in order to. Well, I don't know about your girlfriend, but my girlfriend definitely knew that she wanted to get into like health. Like that was for sure her thing since
and
she
she
was
knew
like
she had to
young
get through that shitty phase
to
to.
get to that. Exactly.
But that's kind of the thing. Like people don't realize that they think, like we say, you have to love what you do for it to be good for you.
Even the preparation, but nah.
But they didn't enjoy the preparation.
Oh
Like
hell no, bro.
so, it's like that's opposite of what we're saying too. So it's like I don't know. It's a tough question to answer for someone especially when that day when I got asked that, I was like, yeah, I really don't know how you would figure out what you really do enjoy because even the process of learning it, some things are just not enjoyable. I was teaching somebody how to tint, and I seen them right away getting like frustrated with it. And obviously, they knew better themselves that they're not a giver upper. They don't want to give up on themselves.
Yeah.
But it's, and I'm like, yeah, it's kind of like the whole nursing thing. Obviously, you're not going to learn. You're going to hate the process of learning, but how do you know to just keep investing into it and you're actually going to like it at the end?
Yeah, it's fucked. I feel like I kind of got to a point in that in like my whole marketing thing
Mm-hmm.
where I was doing it, but I was in the technical aspect of it, where it's a bunch of dumb shit like connecting, freaking websites to the domain hosting and all the settings and the things got to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And I get so frustrated where I'm like, yo, bro, this is some bullshit. But then you
Yeah.
kind of get past that and are setting everything up, and you see like stuff coming in, stuff working, and boom, that's kind of, it kind of just reignites it. So I feel like there is something out there for everybody. The process to getting good at it, or to fully, I guess embracing it, it's not going to be the most enjoyable. There has to be some sacrifice, is what I'm trying to say. There has to be some sacrifice into whatever that is that you're looking to do. And like Edgar said, don't give up too quick, but at the same time, give it its fair shot. And if it doesn't work out, then, I get, at least you learn that about yourself. But yeah, maybe start with, like Edgar said, something that does initially pique your curiosity,
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could say. Because, like, yeah, again, just kind of using my girlfriend as an example, like, even when she was like young as hell, she for some reason was gravitated to that aspect, like that field at least.
Mm.
Maybe she didn't know she wanted to be a nurse,
But
but the
health.
the health was something that like she could see herself doing. And then I think we even young, when we were super young, had like at least an idea of what we more gravitated to, like a specific topic or industry or something like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, me as a kid, I mean, I always had fucking car posters on my wall. So did you. I don't know. Maybe you need to be in the car industry, man.
So I'm gonna have to jump in, brother.
You never know. It might be. I don't know. Imagine just you're just. I was watching this video. Car Wow, those YouTubers that like
Okay.
race cars over in somewhere over in Europe or
Hmm.
yeah. And he's like, "Oh, isn't this amazing? Like we never. Who would have thought? All these years, and my job now is just to race cars all day, and they're just racing a Bugatti versus a Porsche, and a Porsche versus a Tesla, and they're like, I don't know. We don't think of like having a crazy job like that, but in reality, like it's something you can make happen, I guess.
Yeah.
But
With them, I feel like we're strictly zooming into like the last part, but I feel like for them to get to that point, it was not
oh no,
like it was. Oh yeah, we've been racing Bugatti since we start wanting to do this. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. But essentially, I think what they started from them is, hey, I know someone that has this car. Hey, would you mind if I do a car review for your car? I'll get your car detailed afterwards for you for free, and I'll get some photos of it and cool videos, and I'll get you a poster of it. If I can borrow your car and make a cool video with it, and then the YouTube video goes up, and that's the thing. What happened with those dudes? They just started as a
Mm,
car review.
got
Uh,
you.
yeah, I
That
feel
kind of
like
reminds me of the Stradman too,
yeah, I
bro.
feel like most YouTubers that made it big in YouTube, they started reviewing people's cars, and it was like reviewing like my friend's 2007 STI, and like, oh man, this thing's amazing. Like, let's it does this. He's done this stuff to it, and now they freaking have
Yeah.
crazy. But I mean, it just works. It's hit and miss for everyone. It's not. I'm not saying like, oh, go start car reviewing cars, and one day you'll be racing Bugattis, and
Yeah, but I feel like even if you do that, eventually, if you stay yeah, basically stay Just keep at it. Eventually, you'll come a time where that'll kind of happen for you. But
Yeah.
you got to eat shit basically for a bit.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. What's that big car review guy? Doug DeMiro. You ever watch that dude?
Potentially,
He literally any car you put car review, like,
he shows up.
He's like one of the first ones, and literally he goes to dealerships,
Does he?
borrows a car off the lot, does a car review, and just knows all the specs. Obviously has written down, and just
Yeah.
literally the window sheet has all the specs, and that dude's freaking become crazy popular now. But I mean, this is just a car thing. I mean, this can be with
Anything literally.
yeah, but
But do you think that dude ever gets like, oh fuck, I got to review a van today? Like, this is some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
maybe, yeah. But he's done some shitty cars, like just regular, like, Toyota Corolla, like the
Yeah.
new Toyota Corolla. Like, who would have thought this thing's like cool now? And you know how when
Yeah.
they revamped them and made them more sporty now, they came out with a Corolla GRE, and
Damn.
so it's like, I guess there's cool parts to like a little bit of everything. But yeah, there's probably some of it he's just like, shit, this is just like a boring
Yeah.
Ford, I don't know, Taurus or something that came out.
That's true, because I remember even when we started the podcast, like we would enjoy recording the podcast,
Yeah,
but then we would get time to edit the motherfucker, and oh my god, bro, I would hate my life, bro.
especially back then. Fuck, that
Oh yeah,
was
now it's cake, bro. Now it's
yeah.
cake. Now that the shit that fucked me up is editing the reels and trying to be more creative now. Thankfully, it's more creative now because now I have to think, because now we're using like the B-roll shit of like what image that I could come up with could like fit good in there. Sometimes the AI comes in clutch and like does like a perfect one, but sometimes it's like
It's way off.
it's way off, bro. It's like some dumb shit. And like, yo, fuck, I gotta come up with something. And yeah, so yeah, there's aspects.
It's been coming out good though. I've been seeing them, and I'm like,
You have to show you have a good amount that I don't think you've ever seen. I have personally struggled with uploading some, because I think the one I uploaded on Monday did pretty bad, to be honest with you, in terms of likes. I know I shouldn't be looking at that anyways. Keep posting them. They could eventually hit the lottery, but I ain't gonna lie. Like, sometimes I'm like, fuck, like that one didn't hit, you know?
yeah, yeah. I seen our last YouTube video, not the one just once recently went up, but the prior one had some pretty good.
Yeah, that shit had a
views
decent
for
views
because for
compared to the other ones.
Yeah, for a little bit we were kind of just being kind of like on a plateau.
Yeah.
Then it spiked up out of nowhere, and then
Yeah, I always try to figure that out. I'm not sure if this is why, but I'm thinking usually when we do get like a couple more subscribers here and there, it's usually when like the reels get likes and they're like around the 400 range, or the shorts at least. The reels kind of don't actually bring us any subscribers, actually. Maybe a follower or two eventually.
more of the shorts.
But yeah,
YouTube shorts.
Yeah, YouTube shorts have actually, I feel like, have been helping a lot. So shout out them for, at least pushing us out there. So, but yeah, just something. But yeah, it's just some food for thought, man. I know we didn't really answer the question of happiness, but I don't think we were meant to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think there's really a closed answer, like I said, for that one. It's something that I think we're all working on it, really.
100%, bro.
And it's something that you just gotta work on every day, and kind of ask yourself every day too. Check in on yourself.
Yeah, how am I doing? How am I feeling?
Yeah, what can you do better to make the happiness? Not what can you do better for others, but for yourself.
I
really.
feel like that's magic right there. Doing shit for others, I'm kind of bad at that. Here and there, I'll do stuff. Like if we're going hiking with like the homies and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll bring like granola bars and doing all that shit. But I feel like that's really minimalistic. I feel like there is ways, sounds kind of selfish, but to help people for your own personal gain of make you feel better, if that makes sense. So yeah, you're right. There got to be something out there where there's maybe some type of service, or, if it's not donating money, donating time or something like that, where it's like, man, I help that person and they thank me, and I feel like,
feel good about it.
Feel good about it. That's a fact. Because if I'm looking back, some of the happier times, and it's been things like that. It's definitely been like, yo, damn, dude, thanks. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. But again, that is kind of selfish, but it's a good selfish thing to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're helping someone else out.
Yeah, 100%. Like it is what it is. Like, yeah, you felt good about it, and yeah, it's what it is.
Yeah, man. Happiness is it's a bitch.
Yeah, it's tricky, bro. It's tricky. Well, now that I have this conversation, now I have to be more observant and be like, hey, man, you kind of had a whole conversation with Edgar, and you kind of realize that there is no really, as soon as you get this, you're happy.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of kind of just living, just trying to figure it out while you're here.
Yeah, I mean, we're all like in our own little path in a way, our own little trail of some sort. We all have little obstacles, and fucking sometimes we have just a trail full of water. Like, showed me a picture of you guys went hiking and
Yeah, that was crazy,
my
bro.
man's over here was going through a whole river. It looked like, and then sometimes you might have a big old log or tree in your trail, and you have to just fucking crawl around that shit. But
Yeah, fun fact about the hike, actually, it was a big ass boulder that like literally rolled underwater in the river onto my calf, bro. I was all scratched up.
oh
I was like,
shit,
holy shit,
like
because
it slipped while you
yeah,
guys
it
were
was because I
walking
was trying
over
to
it.
help. I think it was the cousin,
Hmm.
Eddie Bell, and while I was like helping him out and shit, this whole freaking rock like went on my leg and shit. And I was like, oh shit, and I was just
Damn,
kind of like holding it with both, and I was like, help.
I need some help out here. That's crazy, man. You guys are doing some crazy stuff. That's obviously just because right now it's a little bit earlier on the year, right? And there's
Yeah,
still a
bro.
lot of snow melt, so the rivers are just like overflown and.
That hike in particular, it was kind of fucked because a lot of the, I guess you could say, the hike is not too populated. It's one of the more secretive ones.
Mm.
So that means there's a lot of like bushes and you can't really see that path. And this dude that sounded like he was from like Ireland or some shit literally told us that he's seen 3 snakes.
Oh wow,
So when we were going, we were like,
watch out.
holy shit, you know? But luckily we didn't see any.
Mm.
And then the hike we went on last Thursday, same thing. Dude said, hey, we seen a snake. We didn't see it, thankfully.
Like a
But
big snake or
well, like a
what?
rattlesnake, bro. They're
Oh, a
they're saying
rattlesnake.
rattles and shit.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, and I was just like, well, thankfully we didn't see them shits.
And then I sent you the thing where I guess we have some bears in Utah. I didn't know we had bears, honestly. I
Yeah,
thought
bro.
I thought I
Yeah,
was I think we've talked about this many times and we were like both confirmed that yeah, there's no bears in Utah. Maybe Wyoming and
no, there's for
Montana,
sure bears here.
but fuck, I guess there's bears here in Utah and they're like in the fucking valley now, so it's like damn.
Yeah, yeah. The one in particular you sent me was yeah. Essentially, there was a bear in a populated area of Salt Lake, and he was just chilling on a tree. So they ended up tranquilizing it and
Hmm.
took it back to wherever the hell they take them.
And I guess these are black bears or brown bears?
Yeah, I'm gonna be
I don't know
honest. I
what
don't
it is, but
know.
they're basically saying like hold your ground with these ones, don't fucking run.
Yeah, it's probably a black bear then.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't run or it's gonna.
Yeah, it seems like they're not. They're obviously harmful, but it's not something we should be like, oh shit, like don't go hiking because there's fucking bears. Like
Yeah.
obviously be prepared and be aware, but
Yeah, be wary. That's a fact because you could kind of put that same thing you just said. Oh, don't go hiking. There's bears. Like, oh, don't go driving. There's car crashes. Like,
yeah,
you kind of have to be a little risky sometimes.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
a fact,
Literally
bro.
seen 2 car crashes today.
Well,
That's
you've seen
damn.
them?
Yeah, I wanted to go eat out here. Actually, like in front of the Smiths out here. There's a 3 car collision during my lunch, and then when I went to go pick up my truck this morning, there was
Another
another
one?
one like early in the morning.
Damn,
So it's
bro.
like, damn, I'm like, yeah,
That's crazy. That shit always happens, and thankfully hasn't really, happened to us. Knock on wood.
knock on wood, yep.
Shit.
But yeah, you don't know what life's gonna throw at you, man.
Nah, bro. You kind of don't. You just kind of have to go literally by day, something we
Yeah.
haven't said in a bit, but
Yeah, I think now kind of going back to that whole happiness thing, I'm still thinking about it and shit.
I'm
But
trying to figure that shit out.
yeah, well, not even like for me, but more for like someone that asked me. Because I feel
Yeah.
like I mean, obviously I could probably work on it and be maybe happier. But at the same time, I feel like I'm pretty content with it. Like I'm pretty content with life and I kind of have like a goal and path. At least I feel like I do for myself.
Hmm.
Even though there's days that I just like feel lost and like, damn, like, is this even like the right path, you know? Like,
Yeah.
did I take that fucking wrong Y over there, you know?
Yeah.
Should I turn left instead of right? But yeah, but as for another person, I'm like, I feel like there's always like when we touched about it a little bit, like there's always something if you're trying hard enough at one thing, let's say if that thing is going to make you happy or things that make you happy, I feel like at one point you can get something out of it.
Yeah. Especially if you do it long enough for free, like you're not really expecting, like, I guess you could say money right away.
Yeah.
Like maybe that's something. Maybe that's a telltale sign. Yo, if you do it for free, like just looking back right now, I'm not saying go do shit for free and figure it out that way. I'm saying look at your life right now. What things have you done for free? And you're like
Hmm.
already, whether that be probably not the good example, but like playing video games, shit like that. Cause that was one thing I was doing.
Mm.
So I try to stream. Like
Hmm.
literally, I was streaming on Twitch for like 3 or 4 people.
Yeah.
And I quickly discovered that it was not the same. I feel like I was working, bro. It was weird. And I
You're
couldn't be
putting on a show.
myself. Yeah, I was not being myself anymore because I couldn't, I had to kind of cater to these, I guess you could say the people that I thought were watching me,
Mhm.
and that took the fun out of it, for example.
Yeah.
So that's kind of one thing I tried. Again, that's, I was always thinking something that I love doing. How can I make this basically profitable where I could make it a living? So that's kind of one thing I
Streaming.
tried. And I was like, yo, for me, I was like, this is not it.
This is this is not enjoyment, it's a straight job.
Bro, it felt like a job, bro.
It became a job right away.
Can you believe that? I was gaming and it felt like a job. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, that's literally happened to me with my thing, you know? This used to be a hobby and it became a job. And now I really don't care for it. But I mean, I always have that thing in my head where it's like, there'll be the time where eventually I'll be content with this and then I can just.
Yeah. I feel like for you, it just kind of maybe it got a little repetitive, but basically I'm going to use the word novelty, which basically means like new stuff. But I feel like, I don't know, if someone brought you like a 6x6, one of those crazy ass Mercedes, bro, and said, yo, dog, like, help me, like, hey, bro, help me do something. Like, let's put the Brabus kit on this bitch. Do you think that would be exciting at all for you?
Yeah, but the thing is right now where excitement kind of goes away from my job is the pressure. That for me has been a big struggle with me.
Damn, I didn't think about that.
That's my biggest thing. I'll do whatever, and I really enjoy. Like, I will really enjoy doing a rap if that's the only thing I got going on in my life.
Got you.
But when I got fucking 10 other cars to deal with,
and calls all day and shit,
and I'm like, dude, this sucks. But I just know like this is just temporary. And if it's not, it's like fuck. I already know what to do to not. You know, I've already talked about this.
Yeah.
Basically, take some steps backwards, but yeah, I put myself in the spot, so I'm aware if I'm not happy, it's because I put myself here, and I know I'm doing this for an outcome.
Got you. So you're maybe not the happiest person, but you know you put yourself there, and it's part of the journey overall.
Yeah, and I know like if I know what it takes to be happy, well at least happier with my situation, because I mean I feel like I had a really good time. I always talk about like, oh, back then when I had one shop and I just had one car and had my bike, it was like a good time. And I was always, you know, kicking it with you. I was, you know, me and the girlfriend were taking trips. Everything is just more simple. But then I complicated it myself by bringing another job, bringing another helper, now another third shop. Now let's go buy a house that's, you know, this big. And but it's all because I put those things in knowing that I have a goal in my life, you know. But if I didn't have that goal, I'd probably be miserable because I'm like, oh fuck, this is life forever now. But I know it's not life forever, and if it was, then I can always scale back, you know, go back to the.
Yeah, well, you kind of brought up a good point there. The expectations sometimes hinder your ability to be happy as well, because you said, "Yo, if I'm doing this forever," which I had the same thing when I was in like at a factory, completely different, but I thought I was gonna fucking die there, dude, and that completely just derailed my.
Yeah, factory jobs suck because you're literally working side by side with fucking people that are retiring.
Literally been like, there for 40 years.
I can't wait for 2 more years and I can retire. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, and you're like, nah, dog.
Like, I'm gonna be stuck here till your age. That's how I was when I was at the body shop. I was like, my boss is like, 2 more years. Like every couple weeks, 9 more months in a year. Like counting down the days, and I'm just like, damn, I can't do this, man. Like,
yeah, you got to figure some shit out.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's something that will get you by in life, but like I knew it wasn't gonna get me to where. I don't know. It's every person's a little different.
Yeah, bro, literally.
But yeah, that's one thing.
Remove your expectations, people.
Yeah.
Maybe not all of them, but you know, because expect some growth, I guess. You know, expect something. Expect some you working and you know working on yourself. But yeah, for me, it kind of wasn't directly correlated. Like, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna love myself more. But by me seeing the result of like my hard work, that like did for sure help me.
And from an outside point of view, I mean, it shows that you care and love yourself because you literally fucking go to the gym every day. You don't see that though.
Nah, fuck no. Hell no.
But it's like I don't see myself either when I bust my ass off and I'm here till 3 a.m. and coming at 9 the next morning. Like, I don't see myself like I just see it like this is a job. I'm on a mission. This is what I got to do. Kind of like with the gym, you probably see like this is my daily routine. This is what I got to do to feel good.
Yeah.
But from an outside point of view, it's like holy shit, dude. Like literally, like you're just you built yourself the way you are because of yourself. Like, and you have that to show. I may have something else to show for it, but everybody has like a different thing to show for their love for themselves, I guess. And it doesn't have to be themselves. Like for me, it's my business, I guess, in a way. Like putting myself in a spot where I'll be happy, and yourself is putting yourself in a spot where your gym, you feeling yourself better is your happiness too. So
yeah, another thing too, happiness is an emotion, and emotions are not ever permanent. Like you're not always just going to be
Oh,
permanently happy.
that'd be
So I feel
nice.
like that's, yeah, for sure. But I feel like that's another thing where we might go wrong, where like, what does happiness actually mean? Like you're just happy all the time? Because if that's your expectation, then you're going to be miserable your whole life, because life is not all sunshine and rainbows. Fuck no.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Usually when I feel the best is I literally just went through some bullshit. Or even like to make it simpler,
Mm.
I didn't want to go to the gym. Fucking over here like, fuck, I'm feeling lazy, all that. Hit the gym, bust my ass off. After, now I feel good. It's weird.
Mm.
So you kind of have to go through some bullshit to get to the other side.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree 100%.
Okay.
It's
Well,
it's like we all, like I said, we all have our different paths. So, and like they always say, sometimes stay in your lane. It's a little harder said, easier said than done, because we always we're not like racehorses that have our fucking, we're
oh
in the
yeah, just
zone. We're fucking,
zoned
our
in.
eyes are fucking looking at everything.
Everything, bro.
We're grabbing everybody. We're comparing ourselves to everybody, and
Yeah.
that's the part that gets the best of us.
Oh, 100%, bro. 100%. Yeah, so just kind of summarize how to be a little happier. Hard work eventually could result into some form of happiness. At least you'll be proud of yourself. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
being proud of yourself correlates to being happy, because it's like, shit, man, like I did that. Another thing, expectations, having the expectation that life is just meant to be just straight a happy place, and you're not going to go through any bullshit, any adversity, is you have the wrong expectations. So that'd be another one. What else am I missing?
Um.
Fuck, I know there's some other shit, but those are just some.
Yeah.
Those are just
The
some.
principles.
Yeah, some principles. Definitely, just, I feel like another one, take it day by day. Don't overwhelm yourself, but still have goals, like Edgar said. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think the goals is the biggest thing. The realistic goals.
Something to shoot for, right? Something to look for every day and be like,
Yeah,
yo, am I a little closer to that? You know?
because like we said, you're gonna be miserable throughout the process to that goal.
Because it's life.
It's life. Yeah. No one's ever happy to. I mean, I guess, and if they are happy to, if you're learning to be a dentist and you just fucking love going to school every day and learning that shit, then I guess that's gonna make you an amazing dentist. But half the people that go to school for something like I said, we're never really happy. It's work.
Yeah,
It's a challenge.
yeah. It's a fact.
It gets in the way of other shit. Like it's not enjoyable, but the outcome is rewarding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you kind of have to learn how to enjoy the process too, though. Because let's say, for example, you think that the end result of this is going to make you the most happiest person. But let's say, for example, you go through all this bullshit to get there and you find out that it's not even
Mm-hmm.
what it's meant to, be.
Yeah.
I feel like a better, like this case, perspective is enjoy it. Try to, enjoy the most you can. Try to be happy while, like, oh, I have a goal. I'm getting closer. I'm happy. I'm content what I'm doing. Did I bust my ass? Did I clock in my hours or whatever the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then you should feel somewhat content as well.
Yeah. I think just do your part. Because I think, for example, myself, I mean, it hasn't really fully gone through this year, but there's
Mhm.
an opportunity that I came across and we spoke to it like this whole year. I was planning for way different for my business and my plan of
Literally, bro.
happiness and life. And my business is going to be this and that. And I'm doing all these steps and struggling so much to get to make this work out so I can achieve this. And now everything has like kind of like just fucking pancaked, and it hasn't fully gone through, but it's kind of put a halt to my thing where I'm just like, what the fuck? It's almost one of those like,
Yeah, you were not expecting that.
I'm just like lost too. I'm just like, is this even like, what do I even want to do? Like, is this,
Mm.
and it's weird. You get those things in life too. So it's like not even, it kind of just take it as it goes, just do your part of the job essentially of your,
Do your part.
yeah.
Put your, your hours in. Clock in.
Clock in every day, man.
Yeah, that's a fact, dude. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think it was this weekend.
Yeah.
I think by basically when I was starting Monday, I felt kind of not the best about myself, I guess you could say. So I guess you could say that I wasn't the most happiest.
Mm-hmm.
But it kind of came down to usually throughout the week, Monday through Friday. That's like my busiest time, obviously. Well, I guess usually for everybody, weekends, people don't work usually, I guess regular people. So for me, like I knew I always bust ass on like the weekdays and all that stuff. But what kind of eats at me is during like the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
even though it's my free time and all that, and I should be happy because, I kind of tend sometimes to maybe be in my head a little bit too much and be like, yo, like, I feel like I'm fucking up almost. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to explain it a little bit, but
Yeah.
but it's just like, damn, man, like, I don't know what it is. So I feel like even for me, myself, expectation wise, like, I'm definitely not there. Like, I wouldn't say I'm the most happiest person either. And I feel like I should change that somehow, especially with like having the mom I do, thankfully.
Yeah.
She like helps me a lot with perspectives and sends me a bunch of videos actually, like
Yeah.
on everything. Sometimes I don't even have time to catch up on all of them. So many, I'm like, Jesus Christ. But, maybe one day.
Yeah.
But yeah, just kind of with that being said, like, I don't know what people like that outside perspective see of us. I don't know if they're like, oh, these dudes have a freaking podcast. Oh, they are in relationships. They seem like they're having the best time. But for me, you could speak on it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not the happiest. Let's just say that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think any of us are really. I mean, like I said, it's, right when you think something's going right, it's going to be the opposite. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's tough to find a balance. I mean, someone that we hung out today, I kind of told you his situation where he literally had somebody's dream of having, a business, a pretty successful business, I would say. But the stress level on him, it was not worth it at all.
Mm,
And I mean, you seen him today. He
gotcha.
seemed
Yeah.
like a
Oh,
happy
dude, he seemed
dude.
like
And
he's on a great day. The
yeah,
fuck? Yeah.
but sometimes, like I said, I think, went where I'm at, where I'm doing what I got to do, and I know it's fucking miserable, and I'm not happy all the time, and
Uh-huh.
it's taking crazy hours and draining me. But I know the outcome. If I want to be happy, what do I got to do? And he knew
Mm,
the same thing, so it's literally just scale back and kind of start over again. Essentially,
yeah.
that's kind of what he did, and yeah, he seems like a happy dude, and
Yeah. Yeah.
and sometimes it's kind of a awakening for me too. I'm like, it's not always something you got to be trap yourself in. Like, you sometimes got to throw the flag in and also just take a step back and
Just go enjoy life a little bit. You know,
exactly.
you can do both.
But it's good to see those things in life too. Have those people in life that you see.
Yeah, that's a fact, dude.
Because if you surround yourself only by successful people that are just becoming super successful, and like, why does that keep happening to him, and why did they get lucky with that, like, why didn't I think of that, or it's then you just make yourself miserable. But if you have people that a surrounding of like just different kind of
Different.
people,
Yep.
and
I like that.
it just makes life a little easier. And
Yeah, don't just be following one type of specific group of people. See everybody like that want to be like, yes, a millionaire is going to have a bunch of cars, houses, all that. But is he going to be the best dad? Probably not, to be
yeah,
honest with you. Probably not.
it's gonna
He's too
be
busy.
fucking working. Yeah,
He's busting ass, doing a bunch of shit. So then maybe you have someone that you're like, yo, the father and son dynamic here is fucking perfect.
amazing. Yeah,
It's like I should probably pick up something from them. And yeah, you're right with the bunch because all of these things for us in my eyes, they're like measuring sticks.
Hmm.
And if you're only measuring your stick like towards just one particular type of person, then shit, that might be way off.
yeah,
You gotta have different ones and be like, oh, okay, cool. Because like life isn't just about material success. It is a lot because a lot of people don't get to that point,
Hmm.
so it's considered more rare. But I think we a long time ago, I think we might have brushed on this. Like family, most everybody has a family. Might not be the happiest family, or you might not get along together, but
hmm.
it's there.
You started from
And
a family
exactly, like,
at
and you
some point.
can,
Yeah,
yeah, and if like say there's only like three people in the world with families, shit, everybody's gonna want a family, bro. Like that ass, like that's super important.
yeah. Sometimes that itself is the key right there. Just being content that you have your family, because
Yeah,
a lot of people don't.
that's a fact, bro. And it's kind of cool. I've been kind of looking back more on history a little bit just for the perspective. Not really because, oh, I want to know fucking in 1933. Like, I don't give a fuck about that shit. I see it more like, yo, how the fuck these motherfuckers live back then, right?
Yeah,
And back in the day, like a lot of people's relatives and
sticking
shit,
stones
yeah, would fucking just die, bro, all the time. Like
at a
death
young
was
age. Yeah,
normal. Like imagine, bro. It's like you have like three best friends and like two of them die when you're
yeah.
like
Or you have a baby 5-year-old brother and he just dies on.
just dies. It's like fuck. Like you're just kind of like a little numb to that shit. And
Yeah,
luckily we don't have to go through that shit like as
yeah.
much as
Being
much.
in my family, I mean, my mom's side, I think it was 15 brothers and
That's
sisters.
crazy. I didn't know that
To this
actually.
day, I think there's only like 13 of them, just at a young age. I mean, some of them just
Yeah.
didn't make it through.
Yeah. Same on my end.
And it's just like, damn, like it was back then. It was normalized, but now I don't even know if it's 15. It could have been a little bit less, but I know it's a grip of them. But yeah, that's true.
That's
Back,
a fact. That's a fact. And sometimes you don't know how much something means to you until you don't have it anymore. That's the most fucked up part, though.
yeah, that's unfortunately that's life. I don't think no matter how much we prepare for that, you will never be prepared for it.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish I could just, somebody say, slap the shit out of myself. I could do that.
I got
But
you, bro.
no, but it's like I'd be really thinking. I'm like, bro, I got a car, bro. Like I'm healthy, bro. Like I'm in shape. I have like
Yeah.
a family, girlfriend, like a best friend that like fucks with me.
Yeah.
Like I know they'll always be there for me.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm still feeling like sad and like a piece. I don't know, like a piece of shit. But I get mad at myself for that sometimes. I'm like, bro, wake the fuck up, bro. Like, what are you upset about?
Yeah,
Like,
you got it all.
dead ass. I do.
Yeah.
I dead ass do.
Yeah, and I think it's not even just you, everybody. I mean, I'm guilty of it too. I mean, we're all like that. But yeah, it's just we literally got to snap ourselves out of it sometimes and be like, yo, like, dude, we literally fucking wake up. That's one thing,
On a roof and you don't gotta be hungry, bro.
You wake up and you got fucking 10 toes and 10 fingers and
Yeah, especially right now, like with the whole like economy and all that shit. I know a lot of people that ain't working and all that. Like I'm lucky, I might not be, the most happiest person when I'm working and shit, but at
yeah,
least I could pay my bills, you know what I'm saying? And not worry about
100%.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're not like, just
Not working at a factory either, so
yeah, that's a plus for yourself,
you know what I'm saying?
Just because for yourself, kind of told yourself and put yourself in a spot where I don't want to go back to that, and you're not there, man. You're doing something different, so
Yeah.
that's really like a plus there. Imagine, yeah, I could see you would probably be pretty miserable if you were in an actual like what would you call it, production job?
Yeah, just me in particular. I feel like what fucked me up, I was really ambitious for no reason. Like, it just fucking was in me, bro. I don't know what the fuck was going on. I remember literally seeing a video when I was 18. It was Ty Lopez. It was a freaking, for the people that know him, like here in my garage, and he has like two fucking Lambos in the back.
Yep.
Like that video, I feel like changed my life, bro. On some real shit. Like I ended up buying that dude's program and shit. That's the first program I ever purchased. That shit was
Ty Lopez.
$700 when I was like 19. I remember buying that shit. It was a social media marketing agency.
Damn.
Do you believe that? Social media marketing agency, and now I'm a digital marketing agency. Like, what the fuck? So it's like a whole like weird shit.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, yo.
I actually haven't seen stuff from that dude in a while.
Yeah, he went.
I still follow him.
Yeah,
but
he went a little low key, but he started coming out with more shit here and there.
yeah, I
still smart as fuck,
up.
but I don't know.
Yeah, man, fucking life.
Life of motherfucker.
It's almost like I don't know, but I feel like truly, I think going back to the whole thing where it's like, let's say everything went your way, what would be missing?
If everything went your way, you know what would happen?
Let's say your marketing thing just blew off crazy. All those 1,000 emails or whatever you sent.
All clients.
I
feel like that would be bad. You know why?
Your head would be fucking crazy. You don't want to wrap yourself like you'd be probably stressed out. The fuck. I don't know. I think you would have got to a point there so fast you wouldn't even know like how to hire people for it, and you're kind of like me, I guess. But you'd probably be happier though, even though now you're fucking like stressed, or I don't know. It's different if everything goes your way or like the way you hope. It still fucks you up. Like it's still kind of.
No, I honestly, I'm kind of glad it ain't like that, because I'm pretty sure if something works out for you exactly how it is, your ego is going to get the best of you. You're going to think you're better than you are. You're going to think like you're on some other shit. You're going to think you're special.
Oh, we definitely met some people that.
Yeah, and you're just automatically going to be like, oh, for sure, bro. And it's like, you're just going to be a piece of shit now.
Yeah.
So the thing we probably are wanting so fucking bad will literally turn us into pieces of shit if it comes easy.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously you're working, that shit's hard, that shit humbles you, and you're like, damn, I have way more respect for the people that are actually doing this, because dude, they've fucking gone through so much shit, and it's not as easy as everyone makes it seem, and now kind of like rounds you a little bit. But if let's say, oh, no one can do this and I did this shit easy, what the fuck, like all y'all trash, and bro, you're gonna have like the biggest ego, you're gonna be a piece of shit,
haters,
bro.
people fucking tagging your shit up.
So honestly, it seems like both ways you're not gonna be happy. Like, what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying, bro. But I'm a true believer that things that happen that are meant to happen will happen in the most easiest, like fucking, like if literally like they got fucking put there in place. I don't know.
Mm,
That's the way I've seen things. Cause like sometimes I'm just like going about my day and shit, and it's just like literally like everything just falls in perfect order, and you're like, what the fuck? Like how is this like fall? Like how did this manage to fall like in this
yeah.
fucking order? And
Like, how's this my life? What
how
the
is this
fuck?
working? Yeah. But then that's like when you know that's what's meant to be, instead of like you just fucking forcing something. Because the more you force something, the harder it is, I guess you would say, to make it happen, or it's not likely for it to happen. So it's like a thing there too. You can't like,
Yeah,
you can't force it.
you can't. Damn, man. Well, that's some shit, brother.
Deal.
That's some shit, brother. Well, I don't know. That's kind of it for me on this one, man. I gotta think and come back
We
with
got
some
a lot,
more.
bro. We got a lot to think about and work on ourselves. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think this is a good episode for 69. I want to wish you a happy birthday tomorrow.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you,
You
man.
be the big, well, I don't
2-8.
we don't want to put,
Fuck it, bro.
2-8,
I don't
fuck
give a
it.
fuck. 28, man.
20. Yeah, you caught up to me. I'm gonna pass you in a few months.
Nah, you still got some time, bro. Come on.
Yeah, we got a few months where we're the same age, and then
It's more months than not, though, isn't it?
I
Or
age a little bit. Yeah,
I don't even fucking know. But all right, whatever.
but yeah, that's pretty much it for me though. But yeah,
Likewise, well, thank you, everybody. If you made it this far, like always, we appreciate you. And again, like Edgar said, this has been episode 69, and we'll catch you on the next one.
yes, peace.
Deuce.